Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Last month the Australian Parliament lost a good man. There's no doubt about that. And one who I was proud to call my friend and colleague. Today we stand here to acknowledge the achievements of Don Randall, to acknowledge the great loss to his loved ones, his wife Julie, daughter Tess, son Elliot, and others of his extended family, and to reflect on the impact Don had on us all. When we left this house for our winter vacation, or winter break, there was 150 of us. Sadly, we returned with 149, and Don is the one missing. Don served the Parliament for 20 years and before that was a city councillor. It is clear from his record that he was devoted to the well-being of his community. Don always stood up for his constituents, even if it meant taking opposite views to his colleagues in some instances. It was his passion and dedication that made him a powerful local member. Our electorates may have been on opposite sides of the country, but I can feel the impact of Don Randall from my base in Queensland. He was such a loyal and honest member, and someone that other members would look to for advice. But there's more to Don Randall than him being a political warrior. He's admired by both sides of this house, which is very important. He had an extremely varied and interesting career before entering public life: horse training, a teacher, and special needs in the mainstream school. His ability to be listened to and be heard. He had a keen interest in flowers, beekeeping, cigar smoking, red wine drinking, especially Shiraz, and he took in the finer parts of life. I recall only last year a joint what would you call it? We went to Japan and Korea, and we were looking at the free trade agreements with Japan and Korea, and that meant talking to the parliaments of those two countries, and Don was the leader of that delegation. And he handled the situation so well. They had not signed the agreement at that stage, but went on to sign it a week after we left, thanks to Don and the delegation and the emphasis they put on the free trade agreement. I do recall his happiness at the end of the day's work, where he could sit in the bar in Japan or even in Korea, in Seoul, and sit at the bar with his cigar at the bar and have a scotch. He loved that, and he also loved having raw fish on the menu. He used to rib me quite a bit that I didn't take a great deal of fancy to the raw fish, and he used to rib me continually, even after he got back home. But he enjoyed his Shiraz, he enjoyed his cigars, and as a lesser degree the cigarettes he had at the bar. Don will be sorely missed by all who knew him. He was a good man, an effective member of Parliament, a respected member of his community. He was my colleague and my friend. Fail, Don. We'll miss you a lot, mate. See you later. Bye.